Imagine it's late at night and you're sitting on a porch, sipping a warm cup of tea, gazing at the stars, and I'm right there with you, sharing a story about a friend of mine. Let's call him Mike. Mike had a good job, steady income, but he often found himself wondering where all his money went by the end of each month. Does that sound familiar? It's a question many of us have asked at one time or another. Financial literacy, or understanding how money works, is like learning a new language. And just like any language, it can unlock new worlds and opportunities if you learn it well. But to learn this language, you need to start with the basics, and that begins with understanding the concept of money itself, not just as something we spend, but as a tool that can work for you or against you depending on how you use it. Think of money as a river. It flows in and out of our lives, and like water, it can nourish or erode. The currents of this river are your income and expenses. Mike, for example, had a river that seemed to dry up faster than he expected because he didn't really understand where it was all flowing to. He wasn't alone. Many of us jump into this river without a raft, without a map, and sometimes without a clue. But the good news is, it's never too late to learn to navigate these waters. One of the most fundamental concepts in financial literacy is distinguishing between needs and wants. Needs are like the foundational stones of your financial house, things you can't live without, like shelter, food, and clothing. Wants are the extras, the fancy decorations on that house. They're fun, they're desirable, but they're not necessary for survival. Mike would often confuse these, leading him to spend beyond his means on things he wanted, rather than focusing on what he truly needed. Another important piece of this puzzle is understanding the notion of saving and investing. Saving is like putting money into a safety deposit box. It's there when you need it, offering security for those unexpected storms of life. Investing, on the other hand, is more like planting seeds in a garden. You plant them with the hope that they will grow into something much larger over time. It's about taking calculated risks to potentially reap greater rewards. In the world of investing, patience is your best friend. The market is a roller coaster of emotions. Fear and greed are constant companions. But just like planning, investing requires time. You can't expect a seed to grow overnight, nor should you panic when a storm hits. The key is to remain steady, assess the weather, and trust in the growth process. Now, let's talk about debt. Debt is like a double-edged sword. Used wisely, it can help you reach your goals, like purchasing a home or advancing your education. But if wielded recklessly, it can cut deeply into your financial health, leading to stress and financial bondage. Understanding the terms of any debt, knowing the interest rates, and having a clear plan to manage and repay it is crucial. It's like knowing the terms of your engagement with that sword, when to use it and when to put it back in its sheath. A mental model that I find incredibly helpful is the concept of opportunity cost. Every financial decision you make has a cost, the cost of what you didn't choose. For Mike, choosing to buy a fancy new gadget meant he had less to save for his dream vacation. It's about making intentional choices with your money, always weighing the benefits against the costs and deciding what truly adds value to your life. Building long-term wealth isn't about luck or quick wins. It's about consistency and discipline. It's about cultivating the right habits, much like tending to a garden. You plant small seeds of good financial decisions regularly, and over time, you watch them flourish. This means budgeting, understanding your cash flow, and living within your means. It also means educating yourself continuously, because the financial landscape changes, and keeping informed ensures you navigate it wisely. Let's bring it all back to Mike as we wrap up. He started his journey to financial literacy by tracking his expenses, a simple yet powerful step. He created a budget to ensure his money was flowing towards his priorities. He started saving consistently and dipped his toes into investing by learning about index funds, a low-cost, lower-risk way to enter the market. He learned to manage his debts, and slowly, his financial picture began to change. Mike found peace of mind, knowing he had a plan and was working towards his goals. As you sit back and reflect on this story under the night sky, think of financial literacy as the lantern that can guide you through the financial landscape. It illuminates the path, revealing both danger and opportunity. The more you understand about how money works, the better equipped you are to make wise decisions, to face fears, and resist the pull of greed. It's empowering because it puts you in the driver's seat, allowing you to steer your financial future with confidence. Remember, money is a tool, and when used wisely, it can help you achieve the life you envision, one thoughtful choice at a time.